Hello students, welcome to the new lecture of class 10, that is world history. So basically what we are going to study in this chapter, we are going to understand what is nationalism, reason of nationalism in Europe, industrial revolution, unification of Germany and unification of Italy. So first let us understand what is nationalism. Nationalism is a feeling of highest dedication towards the nation. Means if any person have the feeling of love, sacrifice, devotion towards his nation, then it is known as nationalism. Sometimes what happens, this feeling of nationalism goes to an extreme condition. So it leads the nation towards the war. So this feeling of nationalism should be in a balanced form, and when it is in balanced form, it leads the nation towards development. Okay, in the mid 18th century, the whole Europe was in a disintegrated form. There was no nation state. Europe was having several royalties, duchies, cantons, and people under them were very royal towards their ruler. There was no particular nation state, and these people had their different religion and they spoke different languages. So there was no feeling of nationalism. They all were different from each other. But during the freedom struggle of America, this feeling of nationalism arose in their people, and later it was clearly observed during the French Revolution. After that, whole Europe was demanding for a nation state, a strong nation state. Okay. So this much is clear to you. Now we'll come to the next topic, that is reason of nationalism in Europe. So first point is emergence of the middle class. Now during 18th century, the whole Europe was under the dominance of the aristocratic class. These people were less in number, yet they were very dominating, especially in the field of economy and politics. Then there was another group of farmers. They were in large number. Okay. Now tenants and small farmers were basically situated in the western part of Europe. Then there were farmers with large land holding. They were situated in eastern and central Europe. Now basically in western and central Europe, there was fast development there was development of new cities, industries, factories, which lead to a development of new class, that was the middle class. Okay. Now this middle class were having people like industrialists, businessmen and people from service sector. Okay. Now these people believed in unity, and when there was a rise of middle class, they brought the end to the dominance of aristocratic class. Okay. When these class came to an end, the people believed in the formation of new nation state, and this developed a feeling of nationalism in middle class. Okay. So this is the one reason. Now come to the next reason, liberal nationalism. Now liberal nationalism believed in dignified freedom and equality. They believed in free nation. Means they don't wanted any dominance of any other group of people upon them. Then they also believed in freedom, personal freedom. Personal freedom means freedom of speech, writing, formation of assembly or any organization. Along with that, they also wanted government based on mutual consent. Then they also wanted freedom in economic sector. In 18th century, trading and doing export and import was very difficult because they have to pay lots of taxes, unnecessary taxes. So the businessmen were burdened with lots of taxes. Now say this liberal people believe that there should be free trading, so that there can be proper growth in the industrial sector. So this was the reason why there was rise in nationalism in Europe. Now come to the third. Now next is revolution in England and France. The French and England revolution inspired the other European countries, European state also to form a independent nation state. Now they also wanted to get rid of the monarch government, and this revolution basically developed a feeling of nationalism in them. Now they also wanted nation based on freedom and liberal thought. Now there was revolutionaries. Now these revolutionaries were given secret training under different organizations or associations. Now these revolutionaries were fighting against the monarch government, and they wanted to change the government and to bring a new government based on liberalism. Okay. Now there is contribution of language and folk tales. Now during the freedom struggle, the contribution of language and folk tale played a very important role in spreading the feeling of nationalism. Okay. Now the revolutionaries, they used to spread their message through the local language, okay, which was very easy for them, and it spread quickly among the other part of the Europe.